watch daily videos, and ace your GRE preparation. Don't forget to click on the bell icon and subscribe to the channel.
Hi everyone, this is Aishwarya once again and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you are revving up your GRE preparation and you are continuously solving lot of tests and reading lot of materials, improving your vocabulary, and you are ahead in the race of this preparation, that's the GRE preparation. Okay, so for people who want to actually set up and meet me for a one-on-one session, I've been taking a lot of consultations this past week, wherein I set up a 30-minute Zoom call and I clear all your doubts and queries which is related to your exam preparation, or how do you do your applications abroad, how do you avail scholarships, and any queries or doubts you have. So I have an experience of 3.5 years in mentoring students for GRE preparation, as well as helping them go to the universities, planning their applications, helping them with the statement of purpose, letter of recommendation, shortlisting universities. So I'll be happy to help you. And as I am in Boston, there is going to be a time difference, but usually like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST and morning 10 a.m. to 12 noon IST is the time that I'll be available to set up a 30-minute consultation. All you have to do is you just have to send in your profile on GRE King for Students @gmail.com, or there is a form in the description. If you fill that form up, so you would receive a call and an email for setting up an appointment. Okay, so that is the way that I can help you out. Also, we have started up with lectures every Monday and Friday. So Monday are going to be GRE Quants lectures and Friday is GRE Verbal lectures. And along with that, all the students have also received the weekly schedule and the monthly schedule to plan their preparation. So for all the people, there is a link given below. You can use the coupon code GREKing50 and you can avail some discount also on the course. Monday, Friday, 9 p.m. and along with that, you are going to get like a lot of mock tests, sectional tests, and around 40 hours of recorded video lectures. Okay, so that is something that you can check out in the link. So today, as you guys must have seen from the topic, what I'm going to talk about today is study abroad college application. So I have prepared this exhaustive list which is there in front of me on my laptop, like mentoring students, the do's and don'ts, what all things are required. So study abroad college applications, what all things are included in your college applications. So just sit with a pen and paper, note down all the important things. And again, if you have any queries, you can drop in the comments below and I'll be able to help you out. Okay, so let's move ahead. First and the most important thing that's included in your college application is your resume. Okay, so it is very important that you make your resume very nicely in a very structured format. So now this resume is not going to be like the resume that you make for applying to a job. Okay, this is going to be slightly different, wherein the structure is completely different for universities abroad. Okay, so ideally your resume should be one page only, unless and until you have more than 5 years of work experience. So that is one criteria that you have to follow. Your resume has to be one page only. So if you have done like a lot of things, how do you actually quantify and put the best things? Those are the things that I can also help you out if you are interested. Okay, next and the most important thing is profile. Okay, so your resume would include a lot of things that you have achieved, and it should always speak about your accomplishments. Okay, so your profile is going to be of utmost importance. Now there are 3 things that you have to keep in mind when you talk about your profile. Okay, and in your resume or in your statement of purpose that you're going to prepare, there has to be a balanced combination of academics, co-curriculars, and extracurriculars. Okay, now academics, co-curriculars, extracurriculars, I called it ACE. Okay, so ACE is academics, co-curriculars, extracurriculars. Academics is your scores, which is your primarily your graduation scores. 10th 12th scores are not given that importance, but some universities might ask you just to submit your the report cards, but it's not that important. Your graduation scores are important. Second important thing is your co-curriculars, the activities or any internships or something that you do which is related to your field of study. Okay, some extra work that you do that is not included in your coursework but related to your field of study is what you call as co-curricular. And the third and the most important thing is extracurriculars. That includes your any unique things that you do, like you're passionate about dance, drama, sports. Not just being passionate, but if you have held some state level, district level, national level, or international level achievements, if you have in these areas, so that actually builds up a very good profile. Okay, how and why, I'll tell you. It's also very important during your interviews. Okay, so it's very important to do a lot of things and enhance your resume. You never know that right now you have the time to actually build up. You never know that you are going to get this time back. So ensure that along with doing some co-curriculars, you do some a variety of courses. For example, you're going to a school abroad. Okay, so they are going to be you are going to meet different kind of people. And since it is a graduate admission, graduate school, you're going to a graduate school, so there are certain things which are very important, that a business knowledge is very important for that matter, or there is something called as management knowledge, like basic management knowledge is very important. Then you also need to have some kind of leadership skills, which is very important. And there are basics of for example, say Excel, PowerPoint, primarily, or MS Office. Those are the things that those are very important. Along with that, people who are planning to pursue their masters, like MS, it is very important that if you are pursuing it in what field you're pursuing, like if you're pursuing in com science, so basic skills of having Python, R. And if you're pursuing if you people who are pursuing planning their masters in management or MBA abroad, whether it is US or Canada, UK, wherever you are planning, so it's important that you have some experience with these leadership management skills. And if not, that you can develop a lot of these skills via taking up some courses. And these all things, once you are a student, so we actually guide you what are the 10 things that you should actually add on to your profile along with the resume, while you are in a conversation for the interview with your admissions officer. So during that time also, if you have done a variety of things, so you would always be able to build a story upon it. And interviews, grad school interviews, are nothing but if you should be able to actually strike a conversation with the admission officers, and he should be interested in your story. So if you do a lot of courses, a lot of profile building courses, you can also check out a link which is given here down there. So that link is for the Engage 7x Academy. You can do 15 days. You just have to take out every day 6 o'clock to 7:30. You have to book that time, and you can avail 5 certifications in terms of leadership and strategy, digital marketing, strategic brand marketing, data analytics, and blockchain. Okay, so these are the 5 things that you can actually learn in a span of 15 days. So people who are interested, you can just use the link which is given below, and you can check that course out. Okay, moving ahead to the next important thing is letter of recommendation. Okay, now some universities ask for 2 letter of recommendations, and some universities ask for 3 letter of recommendations. So it depends. So please ensure that you have at least 1 academic letter of recommendation if you have had good amount of the professional experience. So if you have had good amount of professional experience, just ensure that you have 1 academic letter of recommendation, and you can vouch for 2 professional letter of recommendations. One could be like your internship, or both of them could be from your immediate manager, or somebody who knows you really well and who would be willing to give you a letter of recommendation. For people who are just graduating, you are just graduated and you are doing your applications, so for them ideally you have to 2 academic letter of recommendation is perfectly fine, and 3 is also fine. But the third one, if it could be from an internship that you did, so that is always beneficial, instead of having all 3 from academic professors. Okay, moving ahead to the next important thing, what is included in your study abroad college application is your statement of purpose. Okay, so statement of purpose is nothing but which tells the college or the university about you. Okay, so it is an essay about yourself which you don't write in an essay format. You again have to build a story around it and write. Okay, build a story. I don't mean that you have to give false information, but whatever you have done, you have to actually curate it in a story format and speak about why you are interested in pursuing X course from X university and why you are passionate about it, and how your experiences relate to that particular course which you are interested and applying to. Okay, so statement of purpose ranges around 1000 to 1200 words. That is something that you have to write, so you have to ensure that it's structured well. So I also do help in building up your statement of purpose. So again, if you have any queries or doubts, grekingforstudents@gmail.com, or you can fill the form below and you can get connected for your applications, and I'll be able to help you out with your statement of purpose, letter of recommendation, resume, profile, everything. Okay. Now moving ahead, some of the universities also ask you for your application essays. Okay, now what are application essays? These are optional essays. They might have a question given. Okay, like what are your long-term career goals? Okay, for example, I'm just giving you an example, and you have to write an answer to it in maybe 400 words, 500 words, 600 words. It would be specified very specifically. Like it's not that all universities ask for it, but some of the universities do ask for application essays. So that is again one important thing that is included in your study abroad college application. Okay, and that also we help in actually building up. Moving ahead to the next important thing which you include in the application is your GRE official scorecard. Okay, so GRE, when you are done with your GRE, on your portal, on your ETS portal, you get a PDF copy of your exam, and that you have to actually log in and send your scores. So for your TOEFL scores, like the next important thing is you also have to send your TOEFL scores and GRE scores, or TOEFL or IELTS, whatever you have given. So TOEFL and GRE scores, you also have to send it to the university. You have to pay an amount on the website and they send the official GRE score. So it is sent through ETS to your university. Okay, so if you want to send it to 5 universities too, you have to pay, there is a minimal amount that you have to pay for each university. Okay, so they will send it individually to all the 5 universities that you have selected. So that is very important. Do not skip that. So these are the things when you are actually building upon your applications, you forget, you don't remember that you actually have to do is like you send them a PDF of the score, because when you would be attaching the PDF that you have received from your portal, but actually they are going to consider the scorecard which ETS sends them directly. So that is very important that you send your GRE and TOEFL IELTS score from the website to the university. Okay, all the universities that you're applying. So it's good habit to practice maintaining an Excel sheet wherein you can track what is done and what is not done. Okay, moving ahead to the last part, you also have to send them your graduation transcripts. Now your graduation transcripts are something which you get from your college. So you have a standard format of your scorecard, like your graduation scorecard which is there, your result that's there. So what you have to do is you have to go to your college, apply for transcripts, and ideally it takes from 15 days to 1 month depending upon what college and what place you are in, and they send you a converted transcript, and they also give you an envelope, okay, which is a sealed envelope. So all you have to do is you have to fold your all semester mark sheets and you have to put it in the envelope and write the address, and that is something that you also have to send. So ideally what happens is not all universities are going to ask you to send them the copy like by post before they accept your application. So those transcript what you get, you actually have to scan it up and upload it on the portal, on your each university portal. But once you are admitted to a college, they are going to ask you to have that have them they are going to ask you to post that transcript that you have to them. Okay, so it is very important that you get that. And a good practice is, since you're already investing a lot of your time, money, efforts, to actually take copies of your transcripts. So ideally, if you can take 7-8 copies, that should be a good bet. Ideally, colleges charge for one copy, and there is a minimal amount that you have to give for any additional copy. So it's a good practice that you have at least 7 to 8 transcripts in case, because when you go to the university, US, Canada, so there also you would be requiring transcripts. So 8 to 10 is something that I would recommend. That's on a safe bet. And also you would be asked to Xerox or scan your 10th and 12th scorecards. That depends from university to university, to actually send them. So transcripts as well as your 10th 12th scorecards is something that you have to upload. Now, these all things which I told you, it looks very easy that transcripts, so you actually have to go to the college, apply for transcripts, wait. Okay, so all these things are a little time consuming. So the best practice is to start early. People who are planning for their going to US, Canada, or UK, wherever you are planning to go in the next fall, that is fall 2021, your applications, the first round of applications would start around October, November. Okay, that's the time when majority of the good colleges start their first round, and the second round is in January. And it's a very good practice to apply as early as possible, so that you are in the initial list. And because if you apply to the second round, some seats are already filled, so your chances of getting accepted, it's less. So it is very important that you apply to the first round. And with all of these things, building your profile right now, also along with your preparation, you have good amount of time which you can devote, because this is June going on, June, July. You can actually enhance your profile and work on your applications, build your statement of purpose. Start early, so that what are you vouching for, that this is my dream university, and these are the things that I actually need to do in order to get into my dream university. Okay, so this was all from my end. And if you have any queries or doubts, there is a link given below. You can drop in you can drop your profile on greking4students@gmail.com, or there is a form below which you can fill it up, and you will get a call and email for setting up an appointment. And most important part, lectures are going on every Monday and Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday is GRE Quants, and Friday it's verbal ability for GRE, and Saturdays I'm taking consultation for your applications. So people who are interested, there is a course link given below. You can use coupon code GREKing50 and you can avail some discount also. This is Aishwarya signing off. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.